On September the 16th, 2015, Gerald Carter, aka Young Life Carter, and his friends attended a concert at the Roxy Bar in Overland Park. The group arrived at the venue a little after midnight. Gerald parked his car next to a 24-hour fitness center because the bar's parking lot was full. The friends watched several performers and then planned to leave the event. Gerald brought his vehicle from the 24-hour fitness parking lot to a now vacant space in the front of the Roxy to pick up his friends. As Carter entered the spot, he accelerated too fast. He accelerated too rapidly and pulled in too far. The front of his car nearly hit Dale Willis, aka Poppa Willo, who was standing with a different group on the sidewalk. Gerald exited his vehicle and apologized to Willis, who did not respond and walked away. Then, as Gerald and his friends were posing for photographs outside the Roxy, Poppa Willo struck Gerald on the side of the head, on the side of the face, with a sucker punch. Gerald fell to the ground. He stood up and cautiously got into his car. As Gerald was attempting to leave, Poppa Willo pointed 3 times at Gerald and signaling to another man, later identified as Dale's brother, James Willis. The brothers walked to the passenger side of the car, and James Willis fired between 10 and 20 rounds from a pistol into the passenger side door and window. Dale and James Willis then fled together. Gerald died as a result of several center body mass gunshot wounds. Dale and James Willis were charged with first-degree murder. The brothers were sentenced to 50 years without the possibility of parole.
Well, this arrest has been a long time coming for an Overland Park business owner who still grieves for the victim's family. Dale Willis appeared before a Johnson County judge via video for killing a man outside of the Roxy, an Overland Park nightclub on 75th Street. He's charged with first-degree murder. The owner, Jim Kilroy, recalls the early morning hours of September 16th with a heavy heart, the day one of his patrons, Gerald Carter, was shot to death in the parking lot, and the perception of his Overland Park business changed. The bar owner is hoping this arrest and charges will bring some closure and clarity to his customers.
I mean, it really was kind of hurt business big time, and I think that when people hear this, it's kind of reassuring to know that, like I said, someone's been apprehended. People can feel a little bit safer.
Kilroy says he's been following this case very closely. Willis is being held on a $15 million bond.
Yeah, Cynthia, this morning the judge combined both Dale and James Willis's cases for the next preliminary hearing that's set for next month. This was a fairly routine hearing that lasted less than 15 minutes. Family members of both the suspects were in the courtroom this morning. The suspects, in fact, nodded at them as they walked into the courtroom, but none of those family members spoke with us after the hearing. Law enforcement sources tell 41 Action News both men are charged for the shooting death of Gerald Carter. Back in September, Carter was shot and killed outside the Roxy nightclub in Overland Park. Police arrested 33-year-old Dale Willis from Kansas City, Missouri back in mid-November. Then on New Year's Eve, police arrested James Willis and charged him also with first-degree murder. Both men are being held on a $15 million bond. Today, Dale Willis's attorney tried to reduce that bond down to $50,000, but the judge denied that request. The judge did, in fact, set aside both February 9th and 10th for the men's preliminary hearing. The judge also did order 2 witnesses to be here for that preliminary hearing, including James Willis's girlfriend.
It was about 1:19 a.m. on September 16th of 2015 when Gerald Carter was shot 6 times. 5 additional bullets were fired at him and missed. Those 11 shots were fired by James Willis. Those shots were fired from a Glock 45 caliber handgun that James Willis brought to the Roxy club that night. And it was all because Gerald and Dale Willis had gotten into a heated argument. They had gotten into an argument that turned physical over a photographer taking photographs that night. It turned physical when Dale punched Gerald with so much force that Gerald fell to the ground. And the evidence will show you that Gerald disrespecting Dale Willis in the manner that he did was enough to get him murdered that night.
But this is that 40-second span when the state claims that James Willis has joined the defendant. That's the brother they claim has the gun. We don't represent James. But in that 40 seconds, what we do know is said is, I'm gonna slum y'all, I'll be right back. And people in the crowd say, he's got a gun. Carter's got a gun. And Antonio Frazier, the security guard, will tell you he saw something on Carter's hip, and he said had he had his own gun, he probably would have shot him at that point.
Count one. We, the jury, find the defendant guilty of murder in the first degree. Count two. We, the jury, find the defendant guilty of battery. Juror number 111, as presiding juror, is that the jury's verdict?
Okay, now, the gang was out at the Roxy. Now I'm wondering, because I seen Poppa Willo, I didn't know him personally, but I would see him at different rap shows and events around town, and towards the end, you know, towards 2014 or 15, I noticed that he would always be at the Roxy, whether, I don't know if he was throwing shows there or he was at the Roxy a lot. And I'm wondering, why does Poppa Willo and them keep going to Roxy? They're acting like Roxy is the Sprint Center or something. I don't get that. So they was going out to the Roxy. I'm not for sure. I think he was kind of holding shows, or it was some type of open mic out there. So they would be out at the Roxy's performing, okay? A lot of up and coming rappers, but it just kind of confused me as to why Poppa Willo would always be at the Roxy's, okay? And then the Roxy, it's not in Kansas City, it's out in Overland Park, so I just don't know what he was doing out there. But Poppa Willo would always be at the Roxy's like it was a Sprint Center, so that was his spot, all right? Okay, so he's out at the Roxy, and then Young Life Carter's out at the Roxy, and then Poppa Willo, all of a sudden, he steals on Young Life Carter, all right? Knocks him to the ground. You know, just like on Friday, Carter got out the car, you know, he was chilling, taking some photos, boom, 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 take my picture, I'm looking good, boom, 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 snapping it up, and then out of nowhere, boom, Poppa Willo hit him with that D-ball. You know what I'm saying? Then he came down, got his composure, got back to the car, then Poppa Willo got to pointing, got to doing the ET like, bro. Then that was, you know, that was the end right there. Bro came and bro just overdid it, didn't he? James came and, why didn't you just hit him with a three-piece, you know? Just straight three-piece instead of just pulling out the blick and letting 20 of them go. In front of the Roxy's, in front of everybody in Overland Park, like you're gonna get away. That was just, to be honest, James was stupid, okay? You open fire in Overland Park over Young Life Carter, which is a guy he's not any type of gang dude, or he's not your op. You know, this is some 8 Mile type, Papa Doc type stuff out here at Roxy. This wasn't no real beef, you know, it wasn't no real street beef, because Poppa Willo was from down in I believe in the 27th Street area, the 20s. And Young Life Carter wasn't, you know, that wasn't his op. So that was more some rapper type, 8 Mile type, you know, you disrespected me. I guess they said he almost hit him with the car or whatever, but just dumping on him like that, that was too much. Just beat him up, still on him, knock him out, walk off. You know what I'm saying? Just knock him out, punch, you know. Poppa Willo knocked him out. You know, that was enough right there. We didn't need Poppa Willo dunked on him 20 times. You know, we didn't need all that. We just need Poppa Willo knocked him out. That's all we needed. And really, like I say, James, he overdid it. I'm thinking Poppa Willo really didn't want him to start blinking like that. I don't know why he pointed at him, rather to go over there and still at him a few times, or, you know, I don't think he really wanted dude to get dumped on like that. So dude, James just started dumping, you know what I'm saying? Just unloaded on dude, like 20 times for like a 45, you know what I'm saying? So dude was over, okay. And like I said, he was out there taking photos in front of the Roxy. What are you doing at the Roxy? Why are you taking photos at the Roxy? be honest, ain't no women out there at the Roxy's that are bad. It ain't like the Roxy is full of Instagram models or anything. So I don't understand what the attraction to Roxy was. It's not like launching your career as a rapper. I don't know any rappers around town that could say Roxy is responsible for them getting a deal or becoming a millionaire or anything. So I just didn't see what the need was to be at Roxy's taking photos like you're in front of the Sprint Center. I don't understand it, but like I say, James overdid it and they got hit with that hard 50. Okay, so I was going back over the Poppa Willo case, and what I noticed, like at the beginning in the opening arguments, they said that the disagreement was about a photograph being taken, you know, whose photograph is gonna get taken or something like that. And then inside of the case documents, it said that Carter almost hit Poppa Willo with his car. So two different things were said in this case. So I just want to let everybody know that. And also I just was checking out Poppa Willo's career, and he's still running his music career in prison, from prison. He's dropping more music than rappers that are free, okay? Poppa Willo, look like he's dropping a new song every other day. Whether it be off the phone or however he's recording, I seen he's recording off the phone. It looks like he's writing lyrics, and then he has one of his friends rap them, and they rap his lyrics, and he has his name on the video. So he's been very creative in the ways that he's getting his music out. And I want to say, you know, he's not gonna let his incarceration stop his music career. And I suggest the same for Delio. It seems like Delio's let this, whatever happened to him, stop his music career. And Poppa Willo, he's still dropping music. Whether he's writing lyrics and he's having his friend rap him on the video, or he's rapping on the video with somebody that got a mask on and he's rapping over the phone where you can hear his voice, but all you can see is a person with a mask on, you know, with a Poppa Willo shirt on. He's keeping his career very relevant, and I suggest 246 Delio to do the same. I'm out of here.